Announced at SDCC 2022, the 40th anniversary HeMan 4-pack is going up for pre-order, and fans are outraged by the price. Plus, we have a new Stratos update and a new Dark Horse Comics update that you won't want to miss. And before we dive into the news, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel so you can be alerted to the latest news, reviews, and episodes when they drop. Hey everyone, welcome back to Toy Habits News. I'm Michael, and with me is my collector in crime, Larry. Now, it's MOTUesday again, so we are here with a news roundup, and we have some updates on the 40th anniversary HeMan 4-pack, and a new Eternia Stratos hit today with a new box reveal and a new comic series by Dark Horse.
Yeah, this is kind of what we were expecting from MOTUesday, right? As
Yeah.
far as like this is, a lot of cool announcements in one day. Maybe a little hard to dig through and,
Yeah.
and get to all of it, but yeah, it's cool to get all the news today.
Oh yeah, it's definitely cool. Yeah, I definitely think that this is what Mo Tuesdays should be, and I think fans are generally looking forward to this Mattel Creations 40th anniversary MOTU Origins He-Man 4-pack. But it's finally going up for pre-order this Thursday, September 15th, and it's not Friday like it usually is at 9 a.m. Pacific. But the price really broke the internet today, so at $150, this set can be yours.
Yeah, get your wallet ready, right?
Seriously. But yeah, I mean, this was a surprise. I did not feel like the price should have been this high.
I think this is way out there. I was like looking at it when we were talking about this earlier. I was thinking, you could justify $100 because it's four figures. They're upwards of 18, $19 now. And so I think, in an exclusive kind of set, I'd feel okay with $100 because on the other hand, it is just four He-Man figures.
Yeah.
It's not one of which has the Filmation one has had it's not a whole lot of change from kind of the standard, which has already had two different releases. So to me, that one they don't really they're not doing anything much new there, but
Yeah, but we also wanted to get a feel for fan reaction too. So with the reveal of the price at $150 per set, we were looking through comments on the MOTU Origins, Masters of the WWE Universe, and Superstars fan page, which is a great group, by the way. But fans are not happy with the price. Also some comments from our channel as well. Just people were not expecting this whatsoever.
no, it's just way out there. I mean, it's it breaks down to 37.50 a figure. That's a lot for an Origins figure, I think.
Yeah, it's a lot. I mean, especially when they're doing just a regular Mattel Creations version for $18, right?
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think that it's over double the price of
Yeah.
a standard figure, and I think the problem is we don't have any info on kind of what might come down the road. So you think, well, this might be the only chance I have to grab these, and you don't have any time to really think about it because it's an exclusive thing, and you're probably going to have a bunch of bots buy up a bunch of these
Yeah.
and then you're going to be looking at what $300-400 for a set on eBay or hundred bucks a figure or something. So
Yeah. It's such a tough decision because who knows what they're going to be doing with this later on, right?
yeah, yeah, I really think it is. It's tough because I mean in my head I'm thinking they're probably going to release these again later down the road. In my theory, they'll just get a standard release. It won't be the special cards. They won't have the vac metal
Yep.
weapons. To me, it's kind of a waste to make these and only do them in this exclusive set.
Yeah. No, I think so
We'll see.
too. But I think with the price, how high it is, it might cut down on the competition come pre-order day. So it might not sell out in 3 or 4 minutes like the ones previous. Plus, they're limiting it to two.
Uh, I almost think that higher price it prices a lot of collectors out of it, but I think that the kind of the bot group I don't know that they
They don't
care about
care.
that part of it. Like to me, you're looking at that 150 going, well, if it's 150 here
Yeah.
and if it sells out in 5-10 minutes, I can easily make double my money.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Well,
we'll see.
Before we dive into the figures, let's take a look at where the money is going into these sets. So we're sinking a ton of money into the packaging, I'm sure, because the standard figures look like just regular Mattel Creations releases just on a special card, and so it's like it's all this cardboard that we're probably going to toss away where the money's going.
Yeah, and that's the I don't know. It's frustrating because like when I see this stuff, I'm like, man, that would look awesome, on a shelf or whatever. But there's only so much space for all these
Yeah,
things, and especially if you collect more than one line. I mean, if you think about like GI Classified has a lot of special packaging that they're doing, and all that stuff increases the price. And then so if you don't end up displaying it in the package or all the different elements of the package,
right.
you're kind of spending a lot of money to get it and then not do anything with it.
Yeah, but I mean, like that aside, like the packaging is really cool. I think they
Pretty
did a
good.
great job. Like they recreated what a TV set,
Yeah.
box style and VHS style boxes, and it's like TV guide looking displays and information for some of these things. So it's like the creativity on this box is amazing, and there's so many layers to it.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It's great packaging. I think that they've really put a lot of thought into it. Kind of yeah, just made it a cool collectible. And I think that's the thing about it that makes you have to think about whether you need one in your collection or not.
Yeah, I'm definitely thinking about it. You know me. I'm gonna get it most
I'm gonna
likely.
enjoy yours from
Yes,
afar through
I
the
know.
interwebs.
Sounds good. And
Yeah.
let's take a look at the figures themselves on card. And I love the homage that they're paying to the vintage card backs. Plus, we see a new design for the Netflix animated figure, too.
Yeah, yeah, I think the cards are cool. I mean, they all look good. Even the even kind of the filmation style He-Man gets a special, it's an Origins look, but it's
Yeah.
got some special kind of touches to it. And yeah, I think they all look good. They look like they're kind of their vintage or previous version. So
Hmm.
yeah, they look good.
Yeah, I think it's neat, too, that they don't have to put that sticker on the front. So it kind of hides some of the figure in the display. So they actually made that part of the card, which is cool.
Yeah, yeah, that's true, and it does make for a lot cleaner look to the card. I almost wish they wouldn't have done retro play
Oh,
the starburst on
I
these.
was just thinking that.
I mean, it's to me, I kind of get it for like the toy shelf and stuff, when if you're walking through, and I think it's kind of a fun little element. But I don't know, like this being like a collector set, to
Yes.
me, to me, you just want that vintage look, and I don't know that those are necessary on these.
Yeah.
So, especially for like the 2000X and the CGI, are you looking for retro play? Because those aren't really like retro retro figures, are they? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, 100% agree. And let's take a closer look at the figures out of the package. And it's great to see the different styles of the figures in the Origins buck. But in my opinion, I think the only figure that's worth this price of admission is actually the New Adventures He-Man. It's like it's a cool look, I think, for an Origins buck. And like all the other figures, we've seen the 2000X version, the Filmation version, still on the fence about, and actually think they did a good job on the Netflix animated version.
I don't know. I feel like we've gotten releases of kind of the filmation, like you say, it's cool. They did a good job on a lot of the aspects of the figure. I just don't really like the head sculpt that much.
No,
It's just I just that hairstyle is very hard to capture in plastic.
yeah,
I feel like even the vintage figure, of course, didn't really go for this look, and that was for a reason.
yeah,
I just don't think it translates well to an actual sculpted head. So I don't know. I mean, I think that it's cool to see all the different versions though. But yeah, the head sculpts all are a little lacking. Good and bad.
yeah. No, I agree. I think the way that they've sculpted just the jawline of all the figures makes them look like they are just they're off because the jawlines in the animated series are not this big. I mean, even the
Yeah.
animated He-Man, his jaw comes to an angle. I
You know,
think that's definitely part of it.
I'm not sure what it is. Maybe there's something about just kind of the size of the head. If they don't do it that way, maybe it throws off kind of the scale of it somehow. So maybe there's just no other way around it. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, they're just always a little bit off here with poor He-Man.
Yeah, poor He-Man, but the Vac Metal weapons are really cool, and I actually like the fact they didn't treat the animated version of He-Man's sword in a full vac metal. It's just the sword that's shiny and not the crossguard and the hilt.
Yeah, I think the vac metal's cool. I mean, I always kind of like those. I kind of would like to have seen some more paint apps on them actually. Like I think for this price point, I think it'd be cool to see some of the detail because the vac metal looks awesome, but you do lose some of that detail just because of kind of the reflective nature of it.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been cool. But also one of the cooler things that each figure can actually stow the weapons, and the Filmation He-Man is the biggest deviation with that scabbard on his back, and I'm not really sure what to think about it because it covers up the sword so much.
You know, I actually like it quite a bit. I think it looks a little wide, but I think it's really cool. I would like to see that released in a regular figure. It's a cool one, and yeah, I like that. I've always thought it was cool to be able to stow a weapon on the figure's back and just get that look of like the hilt
Yeah.
or handle sticking up over the shoulder. So
Yes. Yeah. I mean, great set. And, I think we have what, little less than 2 days to think about pulling the trigger on this one. So.
yep. Does the CGI, he's got that yellow kind of paint app on his arms. Any chance that'll glow?
That's a good question. I don't think so.
I don't
All of
either,
the
but it's a missed opportunity.
It is a missed opportunity, but I'm sure that would have made this one like probably $50 instead of
Oh.
37.50. But good question because it does look like it. But
It looks like it could, yeah.
yeah, but in another bit of MOTUesday news that you might have missed because it was buried in an Instagram story is the reveal of the packaging and the pack out for the new Eternia Stratos figure that was revealed at SDCC 2022.
Yeah, I hadn't seen this one, and I think it looks great. He's all these look cool. I like how they're doing the new Eternia figures. I think we're getting a lot of great kind of double packs of a figure for
Yeah.
the two for the price of one kind of thing with these, and I think Stratos is no exception. He looks cool.
Yeah, he does. And something we didn't see in the display was his jetpack. And you notice in the corner down there, you can kind of see it. And I'm guessing it just kind of just plugs into his back like a backpack.
Yeah, I would guess so. They've had a few different kind of display options for these. So, but yeah, probably just a plug would be the most, the easiest way to pull that off. I wonder if we'll get any kind of second version of this with the blue and the red swapped or
Oh,
anything, or
that'd be
or
cool.
anything down the road. But yeah, it looks awesome.
Yeah, I'm sure like that'll be a guarantee because that'd be an easy money grab for them.
Yes, yeah, and I think collectors like that stuff. And
Yeah.
if they're not going to do a weapons pack or an accessory pack that has the swap in it, then you could do a running change on it.
Yeah, kind of like they did with fixing the wash on Beastman.
Yeah,
So
yeah, and it's one of those things that if you don't care about it, then you don't have to buy it.
that's true. Unless you're me and just want to buy
Just need
everything.
all of them.
It's a sickness. All right, one last thing before we close. Mattel also announced a new Dark Horse comic series that builds out the new Eternia lore and backstory. And I don't read many comics, but I thought it was interesting because it details out the adventures of all the new Eternia figures: Viking, He-Man, Barbarian, Skeletor, Stratos, and Jitsu. And if you haven't seen the back of Jitsu's new Eternia box, Jitsu is now a good guy, so hopefully we'll see how this happens.
My problem with this, I want somebody for Fisto to fight.
Yeah.
But I think it's cool to get comics on these. Is this an ongoing series, or is it a series of like one shots where it's kind of detailing each character at a time, or do we know yet?
We don't know yet, but that would probably be another MOTUesday update, I'm sure.
Yep. We'll get further info in a couple weeks or in a month maybe.
Yeah, and hey, maybe I'll actually check these out and
I
start
think
looking.
they look cool. I mean, I like the style of art, and
Yeah,
I think any of this stuff that builds more as far as kind of the backstory of characters, and I think all this stuff is cool. And these figures don't come with a comic, so I think it's good to see all the extra art and just kind of the storylines they come up with for it.
totally agree. And what do y'all think of the Mattel Creations 40th anniversary He-Man 4-pack? And what do you think about the price? Will you be getting it? Are you looking forward to the new Eternia Stratos or the comics? Let us know in the comments below. I'm Michael.
And I'm Larry.
And thanks for tuning into this Toy Habits News Brief.